Hi again, Agape. Um, this Trello thing is important, and I want you all to understand that this is really one of the ways that we are majorly, like I've always said on Sundays, Agape needs to be the church that prays, and I'm 110% behind prayer. I think God hears our prayers. He answers our prayers. He speaks to us through prayers. It's amazing sometimes. I'm just sitting there praying for an answer, and I hear this soft voice. It's not really a voice, but it's one of those soft, here's the answer. I really love prayer, and Trello is a way that we're going to do this. I would highly encourage you to get involved in Trello. Update those cards, communicate with each other on how we're doing, check in with each other through Trello and things like that. I know a lot of us like to use phones. I love phones, but I got to be honest with you, I'm busy a lot and sometimes I can't call. Trello is just really a quick way, like I've always told you, at lunch, I'll take my phone and just, I can communicate, hey, how's it going, Billy? How's your back, or how is your knee, or how is your family? And this is really a way that I would love to get this thing going. I'm committing to spend more time on Trello over the next, as long as we use this, to continue to check in with y'all and to figure out and find out how you're doing. So please take this seriously. Please be part of Trello. It's really an awesome opportunity. And to believe it or not, a 57-year-old computer moron, it's fun. I do believe that. Thank you. Okay, so we're here on the wall. And these areas up here, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but these areas right here are the different categories that we have for prayer. New ideas regarding prayer. If you have a new prayer request, you could put it here, and we'll get to that in a minute. Right now, the thing that I have on, I would like a bus for Agape Church so we can pick people up and bring them to church. So that's why that's there. A bus. Ongoing prayers right here. This is for things such as grow the number of people who actively participate in apprenticeship groups. It's something that we pray about all the time. USA, pray for our country. Pray for the Docha family. We always need to be praying for Pastor Florin, even though he's got that goofy thing on his chin right now. Oops, sorry, Pastor. I said I would never do that again. But anyways, so these are things that we are praying for on a continual basis. Active prayer cards. These are things, if you need prayer for a family member, if you need prayer on a certain item for a job, pray for the health of a friend of yours. I need prayer for, here, let's go through. Prayers for a friend who has lots of stress going on. We just found out that one of Ellie's friends was just diagnosed with leukemia. So these are all the things that we pray for that are sometimes, they're just not ongoing. They're more specific to things. Regrets granted this year. We're going to show you how to move cards. When we pray for things and prayers have been answered, this is where that would be dragged to. It's simple to drag something. You just drag it. I'm going to drag it back. But request granted this year would be something that God has answered for you this year. This is how we keep track of everything and how you're doing on your prayer. Request denied this year. So if you're not getting an answer, you would put that in here. And then this card, request granted last year. Request granted last year. That's something for Pastor Florin. Request denied last year. Let him worry about that kind of stuff. We'll just pay attention to this year, starting in a few more days. So, okay. So once you're back onto Trello, you just click on the prayer wall. I have other boards here. You won't have those. You'll just have the Agape. So you simply click on, and it will take you there. So here we go. So right now, what we have, my mouse is acting slow. Hang on. Okay, well, I think we can see most of them. Okay, so there's different areas that you can add cards in for your prayer requests. Adding a card is simply like typing a prayer request. That's all it is, and we'll get to that in a minute. But some of the topics that we have are new ideas regarding prayer. So if you need some prayer for something, you could put a prayer request there. Ongoing prayers, that is right here. Ongoing prayers are things that you would like us to pray about on a continual basis. Things like leadership of the church, things like the leadership of the country. And there's my phone. Okay, so now we're going to show you how to create a card. I am going to do that here in this column, new ideas regarding prayer. You simply add onto the card. You just add a card right here. You click on that, okay, and then here you go. Enter a title for this card. So let's say I want to pray for healing, okay? So I would just pray for healing, okay? Now I would simply add that card, and there it is right there. Then there's some things that you could do to edit that card and give it a little bit more detail, which we'll get to in just a second. So as you can see, there's an add a card feature on every column. So if you know that you want your prayer to go in a certain place, you can do that. I put this in the general thing because I want to show you how to move in a minute. So if you know you have an active prayer card, you can do the same thing down here. Now, to go into some detail on my card that I put in. So I would just click on that card, and there it is. There's the card. Pray for healing. Okay, that is in the list of new ideas regarding prayer. That's that first left-hand column. Okay, now I might want to add a description, which is right here. Add a more detailed description. Okay, so I might want to say, Steve Dutton has a sore back and can't work. Okay, so now I've got a description in there. It adds a little bit of life to that card. Pray for healing is great, but we don't even know who we're praying for, so now we do. Steve Dutton, that's me, has a sore back and can't work. Okay, so to do that, you just click on the save, and there it goes, their description. You can edit the description by clicking on the edit button and all those other kinds of things. That's how you would add detail. Okay, now as you get used to Trello and things like that, I need to show you how to move cards. So here's that new column over here, new ideas regarding prayer. Okay, we've got the label. The blue is healing. Pray for healing is the title, and then there's those things that we added. Now, if I wanted to move that over to active prayer cards, I would simply click on this and grab it, hold that left button down, and then just simply move it over to the category. It's a newer one, so I probably want to put that on top just so that everybody sees it right away, and let go, and bam, there it is, active prayer cards. Once that thing is, honestly, my back doesn't hurt right now. Well, it does every day. I'm old, but it doesn't hurt any more than it normally does. But if I wanted to, once that prayer was answered, if I wanted to put that into regrets granted this year, again, I would just simply click, move it over, and put it on the top. Bam, there it is. I'm going to put it back because I'll probably delete that anyways because that was just an example. But there you go. But you can see, here's an attachment here of a picture. We've got pray for our country. We've got a picture of the USA. So those are kind of what the attachments. You get some ideas of putting pictures and things there. There's the Bain family, Ellie and the kid. So there's our prayer wall. That's how we do it. Okay, now I'm going to tell you how to add some activity on here. Okay, we need to add some depth to this card. Okay, now right here it says SD. Those are my initials. Okay, if I was on Chad's account, it would say CW right here. So let's just pretend that this says CW and Chad is going to write a comment. Okay, Steve, let's learn how to type. I have been praying for you. How are you feeling? Okay, there we go. Thank you, Chad, for the prayer. I really appreciate it. Okay, again, if I was on Chad's account, it would say CW. It would come onto this card as CW, but I'm on my computer right now, so let's just pretend that Chad did this, and that's how you would do that. So now to save that activity, it gets saved right here. When I come and log on to my account, I could see this, even though it says Steve Dutton, it would say, Chad, Steve, I've been praying for you. So now I know that Chad has been praying for me and he's seen, and that's really cool. I might want to write him back so I could respond to that. I could respond to that by writing in right here on my account. Thank you for the prayer, Chad. I appreciate it. My back is doing much better. Okay, that's how you do that. Okay, last thing, I want to let you know about that button that's on Church Online. there is a prayer request button when we're on Church Online. We can't get there tonight, so I can't show it to you. But anyways, use that for your prayer requests too. When you're online in a service and you have a prayer request during that 5-minute break that we usually take, go ahead and send your prayer requests on right there. Those prayer requests don't go to an email, or they don't go to Trello, or they don't go anywhere like that. Where they go is to any admin that's online, and the admins are online, and they can say, okay, I've got your prayer request, I've been praying for you, and those kinds of things. So it's not like it goes into outer space or anything like that. It goes to the admins that are online, helping the service go smoothly. All right, thank you.